part of the Genbukan Suisha Dojo here in Orlando. We focus on traditional Japanese martial arts. So a lot of you, if you have heard the term Ninpo, you're probably wondering, what is Ninpo? Well, mostly modernly known as Ninjutsu. But I'm not going to talk about that today. I will talk about it a little bit more specifically in our next podcast for next month. Today, what I'm going to focus on is on the term Taijutsu. So what is Taijutsu? Well, literal meaning of it is body art or body skill. Now, it's not exclusive to Ninpo because obviously a lot of martial arts school, right, they practice on the body skill or the body art. But ours is specifically focused on just that. Now, what is Taijutsu? Well, obviously, there's a lot of different ways to explain it. But most importantly, it's going to be basic fundamentals of body movement, right? So we strive to teach people on how to use and put the most power into your strikes, right? So that is your movement of your whole body as one. That motion and that stepping for conditioning of your core muscles is going to make training a lot harder for you and for most people to learn, okay? So, but back into fundamentals. So the first thing we're going to cover today is Kihon, right? Part of the Kihon is basic stances. So I'm going to have Stefan here. He's going to be my uke for today. Say hello to the camera, Stefan.
Hello.
Okay. Formerly known as Leonardo DiCaprio. So from here, I'm going to clear a misconception about one of our stances, which is Ichimonji. A lot of people think that Ichimonji is a stance that you use, but a lot of people think that as soon as fight starts, I'm going to this stance. And that is incorrect, right? Most likely, when the fight starts, your stances, one of the ones that we use is just going to be a natural posture. That's one of the basic things that you learn in Ninpo. Now, once the fight begins, then obviously the person is going to raise their hands and vice versa, right? So I will talk about that later. Right now, it's a drill. We're going to drill how to work those muscles to get you a better understanding of how to work with the footwork, right? So as he comes in with a basic strike, I'm starting from Hashisen Nogamai. So as he punches, I'm stepping away. So you can see I'm getting distance to come in and strike. My hands don't pull back, they stay up here. Now, very similar to a move in Krav Maga, right? In Krav Maga, they start you off here, you step forward as the person punches, your hands raises. So you're stopping the person by putting your hands into their neck, coming around, and kind of like wrapping around them, right? We teach people at the beginner levels to act defensively. So step away. So as they're punching, if you're expected, you're able to get some distance between you and the opponent. But at the same time, once we're training, again, with any martial arts training, drilling and practice, repetition is what's going to make you an excellent martial artist. You're not going to learn anything if you do one technique and then you don't work on it. You have to drill it till it becomes memory. So when he comes in and punching, once you practice, it will be your body will react quicker, right? So it's easier for you to understand the footwork. But how to break that in training is doing slow and big movements. So as he comes in, you move, block, and step. Whether you did hit to the neck or you hit to the ribs, it doesn't really matter. What you're practicing here is footwork for your body to understand it. So when he punches again and comes up to block, you step in here. You punch, practice grabbing if you need to, but you're practicing distancing yourself here. And you prepare for the next punch. In, here. And then you back away. So Ichimonji is a basic distance technique to distance yourself from your opponent, but at the same time, if you need to, you can quickly come in and grab as you learn in this technique. Basic understanding of it, think out of yourself that you're going zigzagging behind you. So as he comes in, I'm stepping, one, and I'm moving to the outside. You're always going to step at angles, right? Because you never want to step straight back if somebody's punching at you or an attacker is coming to you. By stepping at angles, it's easier for you to evade attacks. Now, the podcast for this month is just going to cover basic movement like we just explained. If you have more questions, feel free to stop by our dojo, or you can check orlandoninjutsucenter.com or ninpo.us, and you can visit us on our website and check in, sign up, or join for more information. Thank you so much, and have a great day.